Introduction. Yoga is classified as a form of complementary and alternative medicine by the National Institutes of Health. With this interruption in the stress response, a sense of balance and unity can be achieved between the mind and the body. The human body is a holistic entity comprised of various interrelated dimensions that are inseparable from one another, and the health or illness of any one dimension affects the other. A form of mind-body fitness that involves a combination of muscular activity and an internally directed focus on awareness of the self, the breath, and energy is yoga. The fourth principle is that all dimensions are inseparable from each other and that health and well-being of a person's depend on the balance of all these dimensions. Yoga is self-empowering and the student is his or her own healer. Positive mind state healing can happen more quickly than negative mind state healing. Yoga engages the student in the healing process by playing an active part in their journey toward health. A greater sense of autonomy is achieved when healing comes from within it instead of from an outside source. Ailments, they are composed of ethical principles for living a meaningful and purposeful life, serving as a prescription for moral and ethical conduct and self-discretion. They focus on one's health while acknowledging the spiritual aspects of one's nature. One or more of the 8 limbs may be used separately, but within the yoga philosophy, the physical postures and breathing exercises prepare the mind and body for meditation and spiritual development. Yoga places a lot of emphasis on standing positions to develop strength, stamina, concentration, and body alignment. Pras are used to facilitate learning and adjustment of poses, and instruction is given on how to use yoga to ease various ailments and stressors. Viewed as a holistic stress management technique, yoga is a form of meditation that produces a physiological sequence of events in the body that reduces the stress response. Many clinical trials have been designed to assess yoga's therapeutic effects and benefits over the past few years. It is important for healthcare professionals to be informed about the nature of yoga and the evidence of its many therapeutic effects as participation rates continue to increase in mind-body workout programs such as yoga. The study of yoga continues, and the results of clinical trials are expected to be published soon. Therapeutic yoga is defined as the use of yoga postures and practice to treat health conditions. Philosophy. The yoga philosophy is about connecting the mind, body, and soul. Each branch represents a different focus and a different set of features. The 6 branches are Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Tantra Yoga, and Karma Yoga. Hatha Yoga is the physical and mental branch that aims to perfect the body and the mind. It aims to establish the path of devotion in a positive way and to channel emotions and create acceptance and tolerability. Yoga will likely increase your strength. Some types of yoga can also be considered strength-building classes. It depends on the class level, approach, and teacher. This makes yoga asana a multi-modal exercise form. People with breast cancer, older adults, and children are some of the groups that have been studied in relation to yoga's effectiveness at building strength. A study done on Air Force personnel found that yoga is an effective strength-building practice for many age groups. Reasons. The most common reasons for individuals to seek treatment with complementary therapies, such as yoga, include mental health problems such as depression, anxiety, and stress. The yoga practice encourages one to relax, slow the breath, and focus on the present, shifting the balance from the sympathetic nervous system and the flight or fight response to the parasympathetic system. The latter is calming and relaxing, lowers breathing and heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and increases blood flow to the vital organs. One of the main goals of yoga is to achieve tranquility of the mind and create a sense of well-being and feelings of relaxation, improved self-confidence, improved efficiency, increased attention, lowered irritability, and an optimistic outlook on life. Yoga leads to inhibition of the posterior or sympathetic area of the hypothalamus. This inhibition optimizes the body's sympathetic responses to stressful stimuli and restores autonomic regulatory reflexes associated with stress mechanisms. A cancer. While yoga not a cure for cancer, nor a method for preventing it, it increases physical and emotional well-being and brings about a certain peace that many cancer patients desire. Patients with cancer can benefit from yoga, breathing exercises, and meditation. Research suggests that yoga has an invigorating effect on mental and physical energy that improves fitness and reduces fatigue. The posters address the tension, holding, and blocking of energy in the joints. Patients can experience a sense of increased strength and well-being, as well as a balance of mind, body, and soul when the tension is released. Too much stimulation of the nervous system taxes the nervous system, and yoga provides relief from stress and the busy nature of modern life. Risks and side effects. Many yoga practitioners suffer from sprains and strains. Beginners should avoid advanced poses and difficult techniques such as the headstand or lotus pose and forceful breathing techniques. People shouldn't replace conventional medical care with yoga or postpone seeing a healthcare professional about pain or any other medical issue. In some cases, people may need to modify or avoid yoga poses that may be risky given their specific condition. Mindfulness with yoga. Practicing good posture can be the first step to making improvements that will make you move more easily and feel better all the time. As you stretch, you may begin to realize that one side of your body feels different than the other, or that it's easier to balance on your right leg, or that certain poses ease tension in. The yoga teacher turns physical exercise into a tool that helps students become more mindful. Yoga mats. Most yoga studios and gyms offer mats, but many students prefer to purchase a mat for hygiene, and because mats differ in material and density. Choosing a mat that prevents you from slipping will give you a stable base for transitioning from one pose to the next. Keep the mat clean and free of stains. You should carry a small packet of antibacterial wipes with you if you plan to rent mats in your studio or gym. What class is right for me? A hatha class is likely to be a combination of poses and breathing exercises, but it's difficult to know whether it will be challenging or gentle. It is a challenging yoga style that is centered around a progressive series of yoga sequences that students typically practice on their own under the direction of a teacher. Power yoga is a style of yoga that is aimed at building strength and conditioning. Classes include advanced poses, such as arm balance and inversions, including headstands and shoulder stand. Beginners are advised to study with an experienced teacher. Some classes include references to yoga philosophy and spirituality, while others don't include them. Some teachers play music in class, while other teachers don't play. In some classes, yoga philosophy or spirituality will be taught. Some classes are more intense than others. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe, like, and share.